Hey everyone, I hope you are having a wonderful time. Sorry about my voice, I have a little bit of sore throat. Today, I'm going to share my experience of using this Ladder Buck preamplifier, which is fully balanced design, retail for unheard of 900 US dollars currently. So let's find out how do they sound and how they work well with different components. It uses the R2 architecture and single crystal copper power supply transformer. So everything is custom designed, and according to Ladder, everything is custom circuitry and everything. So I haven't had chance to look inside, so I will share if I have chance to look at it. So overall build quality is solid piece of aluminum panels, top and sides, and bottom plate is the pressed metal, the regular steel metal, but the rest is high quality aluminum panels. It has 3 analog input, 2 balance, 1 RCA inputs, which you can connect to your phono preamp or your DAC or your CD player. 1 and 2 is balance input, and input number 3 is RCA input. And that button on this side also feature as a power on off and mute button as well. If you hit it once, it will get into mute mode. If you hit it again, it will get out of mute mode. If you push and hold, it will turn off. So that is very simple. This one doesn't have any remote control, which is a good thing. And volume control is this. So it has the relay-based volume control, which is very precise and very solid build quality. You can hear the ticking sound when you turn in the volume control knob. Overall design, features, and functions, that's how preamplifier should be, as well as the way that they built it. Really nice looking. I really like the design of it, anodized aluminum in black. And if you look at the back of it, that layout is, I'm really big fan of, very similar to Dynaphrips preamplifier. Probably same layout, maybe different architecture inside. Probably they use same suppliers and manufacturer. I would say $900 for this kind of build quality is very good. I have had fair share of preamplifiers in my audio journey, right? So I had let's say I had an AccuPhase preamplifier a long time ago, and Denon and Parasound and all that. So that's way before I was doing YouTube reviews, right? So back then I had a Parasound setup, and all those Parasound have a good sound quality, decent build quality, but the $1,500 preamplifier that they offer, it started around like $1,000 and it went up, if I remember it right. So that amplifier, even $1,000, similar price point, nowhere near this kind of a quality. This one is really nicely designed with fully balanced output. So that is a really good thing, and very simple design and very functional. Only downside is those of you, those couch potatoes may be complaining, oh, it doesn't have remote control. Probably that's the only complaint that you will have. So I'm in my experience using a lot of different DACs, and this one I wasn't expecting much, okay, to be honest. This is $900 preamplifier. I am not expecting much of it. As long as decent sound quality, I can put a review out and share my experience, but it caught me by surprise because it shows the ability of transparency, clarity, detail, sound that whatever the DAC or bearing component is provided, reproduce the sound without interfering. So that is the purpose of good preamplifier in general. So this preamplifier do the job for that purpose and properly and correctly, as well as highest performance possible in this price point. So I tried a few different setup with this preamplifier. I started out with my old Denon PMA 2004R integrated amplifier, I switch it to power amplifier mode and using the RCA analog out from this pre and driving it on my speakers, and it has incredible sound. I mean, I was really impressed that pre-staging the Dano PMA 2004 sounded like a joke. Those are the things that I would like to do the blind demonstration to, live blind demonstration when I have chance, okay? That's my future project. So next thing I tried was this Sub-Bi A8 Class D mono blocks, which is 500 watts that they once available. After probably they sold everything out and they no longer make them. I don't know what happened, but it is a great buy. It's $300 for each, I believe. So that is an incredible buy, and probably you will never get that kind of price and power and sound quality ratio ever again in monoblocks. Although they can use it as a stereo mode, but I prefer the way they sound with balanced connection in mono mode, which I connected with this bulk preamplifier using balanced connection. And I try all the speakers and I try all my deck as well. Naturally, I started trying with this later on the Schumann R2 deck. The sound is natural, very clean and transparent with good musicality without overdoing anything and without any interference by this preamplifier in sound reproduction. And I moved over to Dynaphilips Pontus 2. It can clearly able to show actual sound signature of Dynaphilips Pontus 2 as well, which is, to me, is one of the most impressive feat of this bulk preamplifier. And then I switch over to SMS SU10, again deliver the sound signature and sound quality out of the SU10 as it feed it to this preamplifier, which is very good. So then it's not enough for me. So what I did was I connected balanced cable directly to my Sony music server, using as the music server and deck and everything together. Then I feed it directly to this preamplifier. It totally shows the sound signature of this Sony design, which is very neutral and transparent sound. Very quiet background, I mean, like very clean sound signature that you will have. Then I switch over to my Marantz CD and SACD player. Then I try all the music all over again using both RCA and balance connected at the same time, switching this input back and forth. And what I notice is there is no major difference in sound quality out of whether you are using RCA input or XLR balanced input into this preamplifier. That is my experience. Most of the preamplifier that I had experienced, there was significant sound quality dropped in if you're using RCA inputs. So those are the things that really stand out in the crowd. Because of it, I can totally enjoy listening to it. Everything is come together and they design it, they execute it perfectly. $900. And this kind of sound quality, as well as all the balanced output design, build quality, sound quality, and everything together for $900, probably that is bargain of the decades. If you look at the market, everybody going up on price, right? This Leder bulk preamplifier, Leder Schumann DAC, they came up. They really, really impressed me. And then according to my contact, the representative said that they are working on power amplifier. So hopefully I get to review it and I could share my experience again. So just wait and see. So this one totally impressed me with features, functions, sound quality, as well as everything that it can do. right? You can connect everything together and it still sound great. You will not have any noise interference. Absolutely quiet and cold to touch operation, and I leave it on all the time. I never turn it off. So any equipment that I'm using, especially R2R based component like DEX or this kind of preamplifier, if I'm using actively, I'll never turn it off. That is, habit. And if I'm using this PMA SX11 primarily, I leave it on all the time. I know it's waste of energy, and if you are trying to be green, but audiophile hobby is not a green hobby to begin with, right? Especially if you're using classic bias amp and tube amplifiers and that. So that is my experience that I like to share. I can easily, totally recommend it to you to try it if you are shopping for absolutely transparent, absolutely quiet performer without interfering your favorite sound signature. Could be your speakers or your deck or even your phono cartridge and turntable. Really good analog setup. If you are shopping for that, even if you have a really good phono stage that you want to use with, that you don't want to get your preamplifier and get in the way, this could be great choice for you. That is my experience. I can't wait to try with the solid state or whatever the amplifier that they are working on. And based on this leather brand that recently introduced, I'm so far very impressed with the affordability, as well as, best of all, in my opinion, is the sound quality that they can deliver to you. So this one is no exception. This Leatherbug preamplifier, I can wholeheartedly, easily recommend it to you to try it. $900, my friend, for this quality of preamplifier. Probably, I would say, let's say if you have $3,000 preamplifier, $2,000 preamplifier, which I used to have, this one will probably outperform them in terms of transparency, sound quality, without adding any coloration to your sound reproduction. That is the whole point of preamplifier. To me, I don't know about you, unless you prefer some coloration to your system, but to me, preamplifier should be absolutely transparent. So this should be great choice for you if you are shopping for, and if you are looking for that kind of preamplifier in reasonably priced and actually very good price, in my opinion. So that is a great buy. This Leatherbug is a great buy preamplifier that you will ever find in modern audiophile industry. That is my review, my friend. Highly recommended. Thank you very much for watching, and happy listening.
There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly led me to you. Look at the sky. That's the color of love. There must have been an angel by my side. Something heavenly came from above. He led me to you. He led me to you. He built the bridge to your heart all the way.
right, on the bass, Mr. Torigoe Keisuke-san. On the guitar, Onuma Yosuke-san. Yeah.